students, today we are back with the topic of cell cycle and cell division of class 11. In the previous class we have described about the cell cycle. The cell cycle can be broadly divided into two major portions. One was called as your interphase, which was called as your preparatory phase, or sometimes it is called the resting phase, as because physiologically the cell does not appear to do any work, but internally it is doing a lot of work. Okay, so it is actually preparing itself for entering into the divisional phase, which is called the mitotic phase. And the mitotic phase, if I am not wrong, that I said that mitotic phase can be broadly divided into again two types or two phases. One was called as your karyokinesis and another one was called as your cytokinesis. Today we are going to discuss about mitosis first, followed by the next division, that is the meiosis. And I told you that mitosis is also a form of reproduction in case of lower group of organisms, like say for example if you talk about the cells, unicellular structures, they sometimes undergo the process of mitosis for increasing their number. Besides mitosis and meiosis, there is another form of division which is called as your amitosis. Okay, amitosis or amitosis. And what is the meaning of this amitosis? The word amitosis, it is called as your amitosis or amitosis. Now a means absent, so when it is not a true division, division in terms of the daughter cells dividing equally into two halves. That means here neither the nuclear material is equally divided into two daughter cells, nor the cytoplasm is equally divided into two daughter cells. So it's just a division, a splitting up of a cell having a nuclear material and the cytoplasmic material, but not exactly the same division or equal amount of materials in both the daughter cells. So we call this kind of primitive type of cell division to be the amitosis. So cell division of three types: amitosis, mitosis and meiosis. But basically we are reading about mitosis, which happens in the somatic cells of our body. Of course there are certain germinal epithelial cells present in the gonads which also undergo mitosis, and the meiosis is the one which is associated with that of the formation of the gametes. Okay, so at first we are going to discuss about mitosis today. Now mitosis is also known as your equational division. It is called what? It is called as your equational division. Now why it is equational division? Equational word means equal, where the nuclear material or the cytoplasmic material is equally distributed to the two daughter cells. We call such kind of divisions to be the equational division or mitotic division. Suppose if a cell is having a diploid set of chromosome number, then as a result of mitosis the two daughter cells will also have its chromosome content as 2n, that is diploid. If it is haploid, then in that case if it undergoes mitosis, then the two daughter cells which will be formed, that also will be haploid. So it means just a Xerox or a carbon copy of a cell. That is what is meant by that of mitosis, equational division. Now this mitosis was worked upon by two different scientists in terms of plant cell and in terms of animal cell. If you talk about plant cell, Strasburger was a scientist who worked upon mitosis in plant cell, and of course in case of animal cell it was Fleming who worked upon mitosis, and also the term mitosis was coined by that of Fleming. Okay, so Fleming is very important in that way. Please write down the name of this scientist, Fleming. Okay, Fleming. Okay, Fleming is a scientist who coined the term mitosis, and he worked upon the mitosis in case of animal cell. Fine. Now this mitosis can be broadly divided into two phases. One is called karyokinesis and another one is called cytokinesis. Karyon word has come from nucleus, so the division of the nucleus is known as your karyokinesis. Kinesis means division, splitting. Okay, and cytokinesis, cyto word has come from cytoplasm, so division of cytoplasm is known as your cytokinesis. So mitosis, whether it is a plant cell, whether it is an animal cell, it will have two fundamental phases, that is karyokinesis, division of the nucleus, and cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm. Now we will first take upon this karyokinesis. Now karyokinesis in case of animal cell or plant cell, if we talk about, see, fundamentally the division of the nucleus is same both if you talk about in terms of plant cell or animal cell, but of course the end of the division, that is cytokinesis, is different, and also formation of spindle fiber is different in case of plant cell and animal cell. Why I said you about the formation of the spindle fiber, perhaps you remember there was an organelle, the name of the organelle was called as your centrosome. Okay, centrosome. Now this centrosome is absent in case of plant cell, and this centrosome is the one which contains centrioles, and these centrioles are responsible for the formation of the spindle fiber. Now why spindle fiber is necessary? Because the spindle fiber is the one to which the chromosomes will be attached, and now when the spindle fiber will be pulled apart, the chromosomes will divide and they will move on to the two different poles of the cell. So that is why the appearance of this centrosome or the use of the centrosome is must, or is, you can say, is most required during the time of cell division. But plant cells do not have centrosomes. So does it mean that they do not divide? No, they also divide, but they do not divide by the formation of the spindle fiber by the help of the centrosome. What do they do then? What do they utilize then? So then what do they do is that in the cell cytoplasm there are various microfilaments, microbodies and microfilaments. These are certain proteinaceous structures, and they actually arrange themselves one after another to form a spindle fiber like structure, but as it is not formed from the centrosome, so they are not true spindle fiber, they are false spindle fiber. And since they are false spindle fiber, so they have a special term or special name. The name of such kind of spindle fiber is known as your anastral type of spindle fiber. Anastral, okay, anastral type of spindle fiber. So anastral means absent. What is absent? Centrosome is absent. As a result of it, true spindle fibers are not formed in them. So plant cells have spindle fiber produced by the microbodies or microfilaments present in the cell cytoplasm. As a result, their spindle fiber is known as your anastral spindle fiber. And in case of animal cells, since they have centrosomes, so the centrosome divides to form two centrioles, and when the two centrioles will move apart to the two poles, as a result of it, they will start producing the spindle fibers between them, to which the chromosomes will be attached. Now this is formed from the organelle centrosome, so they are true spindle fiber, so they have a name which is called as your amphiastral type of spindle fiber. Okay, they are called as your amphiastral type of spindle fiber. So animal cell, amphiastral, plant cell, anastral type of spindle fiber. So now let us come to the karyokinesis. The karyokinesis is broadly divided into 4 stages. Number 1 is called prophase. This is the lengthiest phase of mitosis, because this phase the cell does many things. Soon after the interphase, it enters into the prophase. Prophase, in some books you will find that it has been divided into early prophase, mid prophase and late prophase. Now why is it so talked about, or why is it so lengthy? The reason, because many events happen there. The chromosomes, as we call them chromosomes, are rod like condensed structure. Now how do they look like? If you want to see it, it somewhat looks like this. So a centromere is there and it has 2 arms like this. This is the structure of a chromosome, rod shaped chromosome. But when they are in the prophase stage, prior to the prophase stage, they are in the form of thread, loosely arranged structure. So they are not in this rod like structure having 2 arms fitted with that of the centromere in the center. So what happens during this prophase stage is that condensation of these thread like structures takes place to attain this rod like shape, which is called as your chromosome. Okay, so this is the thing which happens in the prophase, that is the chromosomes take up their rod like shape from that thread like structure. Okay, the next things which happens in the prophase is that formation of spindle fiber starts. That is a centrosome, which is called diplosome. It starts, moving towards the two poles, two opposite poles. So while doing so, they are producing the spindle fiber and they form the aster rays around themselves when they have finally moved on to the two poles. Okay, I will show you a model. There you can see it, and it will become of course clearer to you that how does the things are happening. But presently let us discuss about the theory part, what things are happening. So prophase, formation of the rod like structure chromosomes, okay, formation of spindle fiber, disappearance of the nuclear wall. The nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. So the nuclear membrane starts disappearing. Inside that, nucleolus is there. Nucleolus starts disappearing. Various organelles are there, Golgi bodies are there, mitochondria are there. So those organelles starts disappearing. So the central phase, the central surface of the cell gets clearer, and the chromosomes are moving towards the nuclear membrane, condensing themselves. So these are the various changes that happens during the prophase. So since so many events are taking place, so that is why prophase is, you can say, the lengthiest of all the phases of mitosis. Next is the metaphase. Now metaphase is shorter, 2 to 10 minutes, depending upon different species. So the metaphase is important in the sense that when you will be doing chromosomal studies under the microscope, metaphase and anaphase is the best phase of studying of the chromosomes, because during this time the chromosomes have become condensed, and metaphase is best even than that of the anaphase. The reason is because if you see it under the microscope, you will find that the metaphase chromosomes, they are all aligning themselves in the center of the equatorial plate. Now this is how they appeared. So this is, if this is the equatorial plate, the chromosomes will align themselves. See, in the prophase one more thing happens, that is the chromosomes, they split to become sister chromatids. Okay, they become sister chromatids and they are held together by that is the centromere. In the center, the centromere is common, but here there are two sister chromatids. Okay, so that is the division of the chromosomes arms takes place, but they do not split. They are just held together by that of the centromere. So this is about the metaphase plate under the compound microscope, and this one of course will be your spindle fiber. Okay, here is also one of the that is your centrioles, and the centrioles will develop the spindle fiber, and these are the aster rays. This is how the things will be appearing under the microscope. So this is the metaphase. This is the metaphase stage where the chromosomes align themselves in the center and held together by the spindle fiber to the centromere. Now the centromere is also having two, you can say, plate-like structures, which is called kinetochores. Now kinetochores are the two plate-like structures to which the spindle fibers are attached. Understood? Next is the anaphase stage. This is the shortest of all the phases of mitosis. It hardly takes 2 to 3 minutes to complete the anaphase stage. Ana means, moving apart, moving opposite. Now what happens during anaphase is that the chromosomes which were held together in the equatorial plate in the metaphase stage, now due to the pulling of this spindle fiber, they becomes, splitted up, they become half. And how will they appear now? They will appear somewhat like this. Okay, so if you think that this is one of the chromosomes, so after splitting, if you think it to be a anaphase plate and this was your equatorial plate, so the chromosome will start moving towards the opposite pole. So this is the one of the centrioles which is held together by this. So because of this pulling of the spindle fiber, the chromosome, it becomes half. One half goes to one pole and another half goes to another pole, taking different shapes. Perhaps you remember when you studied about the chromosomes, there were different chromosomes depending upon the position of the centromere, metacentric, submetacentric, telocentric, acrocentric, isn't it? So if it is metacentric, that means the centromere is exactly in the center, so that will take the shape of a V. So when it will be moving towards the opposite pole, it will take the shape of a V. If it is suppose submetacentric, one arm was shorter than that of the other, so it will take the shape of a J or a L. So depending upon that, when the chromosomes will be pulled apart, they will be taking different structures, and depending upon the shape depending upon the position of the centromere, and thus they will be pulled apart during the phase or during the stage which is called as your anaphase. Last is a telophase. Telophase is also lengthy, but not as lengthy as prophase. It will take 1 hour to complete telophase. What things happened in prophase? If you remember, it is easy to remember what things will happen now in telophase, because what things disappeared, they will again start reappearing in the stage of telophase. Now in the telophase, what will happen? The nuclear membrane was disappeared in the prophase, so reappearance of nuclear membrane will take place in the telophase. Okay, reappearance of the cell organelles, reappearance of the nucleolus will take place in the telophase stage. Then that is the centrosome form the 2 centrioles. Now the centrioles here will now round off to become a centrosome once again, and this will behave, the nuclear membrane will start appearing. So this will behave like one daughter cell, and this will behave like another daughter cell's nucleus. I am not talking about the cell membrane, because here only the nuclear material we are talking about. The cell membrane and the other organelles we are not talking about. But of course, those things which disappeared in prophase, they start appearing again in the telophase stage. Soon after the telophase starts the next stage of mitosis, which is called as your cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm. In case of plant cell, the division of cytoplasm takes place by cell plate formation. There is an organelle called Golgi bodies. Golgi body starts depositing materials. Suppose if this is a plant cell, okay, let me draw here. Suppose this is a plant cell, okay, and here that is a 2 daughter cells with the nuclear material. Decondensation of the that is your chromosomes will take place in telophase. The telophase, the chromosomes will not be rod-like structure anymore. They will be again thread-like structure. So decondensation of the chromosomes takes place into chromatin threads once again in case of your telophase. So suppose these are the 2 daughter cells formed, and since it is a plant cell, so what will happen is that it will start developing a cell plate from the center towards the periphery, from the center towards the periphery, like this, from the center towards the periphery. So appearance of the cell plate will take place by the help of Golgi bodies from the center towards the periphery, from the center towards the periphery. So this type of division is called as your centrifugal division. Okay, so cytokinesis in case of plant cell takes place by the help of cell plate formation centrifugally from the center towards the periphery. But in case of animal cell, what happens is that animal cell is having cell membrane, it does not have a cell wall, isn't it? So animal cell, what will happen? Suppose if this is an animal cell, okay, let me draw where, okay, all right, here only, let me draw one cell. So if it is an animal cell, so what will happen is that if this is the 2 nuclear material, so furrowing of the cell membrane will take place. Furrowing of the cell membrane will take place, and gradually it will deepen, and it will cut into 2 daughter cells. So since furrowing of the 2 daughter cells is taking place from the outside towards the inside, see, from the outside towards the inside, so it is called centripetal cytokinesis. So cytokinesis in case of animal cell is centripetal by the furrowing or the deepening of the cell membrane towards the center, whereas in case of plant cell, the cytokinesis is happening by the help of cell plate formation centrifugally. That is, cell plate deposition starts from the center towards the periphery. So this is the fundamental difference between plant cell and animal cells. cytokinesis, and also I told you initially what is the difference amphiastral type of spindle fiber and anastral type of spindle fiber, which takes place in case of plant cell and animal cell, and because plant cell do not have centrosome but animal cell has a centrosome. So today this is our topic of cell division, in which we studied about that how does mitosis takes place in plant cell and animal cell, and now I am going to show you one model, that is, this is the animal mitosis. You can see it, let me bring it a little bit closer. So this is a resting cell, that means the cell which is not dividing. Here you can see that the nuclear material, this is a nucleus, the nuclear material is like a reticulum. There is no formation of the chromosome like structure, rod like structure. So this is early prophase, this is late prophase, and in case of early prophase and late prophase, you can see that the condensation of the chromosome is taking place, and finally in the late prophase they have condensed to form this rod like structure. And here, if you can see, if I am able to make you clearer, the centrosome which is present here, it is dividing, and the two centrioles, the centriole is now starting to move towards the other pole. Now this is the mesophase, here it is written, that is metaphase, where the chromosomes are in the equatorial plate in the center, held together by the spindle fiber, and these two are the two centrioles. Now this is the early anaphase, that means you can see here the sister chromatids, they have split it and now they are pulled apart to the two opposite poles. This is late anaphase, you can see that rod V-like structures they have taken and they are moving towards the two opposite poles, and this is the telophase where they are finally have reached, and this is the early telophase in which you can see that the nuclear material have moved on to the two poles, and finally the that is the nuclear material complete division has taken place. That is, your two new cells are formed. This is by the cytokinesis process, and since this is a animal mitosis, so in that case here you can see that the furrowing of the cell membrane is taking place, and thus the cytokinesis has also completed. So this is all about your animal mitosis model, which is showing that how does the mitosis takes place in case of animal cell. In plant cell, more or less it is same, except that the spindle fiber will not form from the centrosome, that is the centrioles will not take part in the formation of spindle fiber. And also one more thing, that is the invagination of this, that is furrowing of the cell membrane will not take place. There the cell plate formation will take place, resulting into the division of the cytoplasm. Okay, so that is all for today's class of mitosis. I hope you understood today's class well.